Every autumn across the northern hemisphere, diminishing daylight hours and falling temperatures send a message to trees that this is the time to prepare for winter. Before shedding their leaves, however, many trees will put on a show of color so spectacular that they would be the envy of any painter's palette. To experience this kaleidoscope of colors, we headed to southwestern Utah to the beautiful canyonlands of Zion National Park. Only 158 miles from Las Vegas, this is a short drive to witness the natural phenomena of fall in the Southwest. We were first drawn to the brilliant crimson reds of the maple trees. If you track fall colors, you may notice that the red colors can seem brighter and more spectacular in some years more than others. The right combination of tree species and certain temperature and cloud cover conditions produce the best displays of color. To take in the banner year of colors from a better vantage point, we hiked the Emerald Pools Trail. We began by crossing a bridge over the Virgin River, which flows through the heart of this national park. The air was clean and crisp and filled with the smells of autumn as we began our ascent up the trail. The surrounding towering rock formations served to enhance all of the colors we were seeing. Not all trees lose their leaves. The tender thin leaves of broadleaf trees such as maples and oaks are filled with water sap which would freeze over the winter. To prepare for the tree's winter survival, these leaves are sealed off and shed. Trees aren't the only organisms preparing for winter. Squirrels stay busy preparing for the season to come, and the last flowers of the season burst forth in full glory. As we gained elevation, the colors began to intensify. We stopped to fully appreciate the breathtaking view before continuing on. Although we felt like we could be in a northeastern forest, there were simple reminders that we were still in a desert. Rounding the bend on the path, we were awestruck by our luck as we realized we'd come upon a large group of desert bighorn sheep.
Our timing couldn't have been better for this rare sight. Desert bighorn migrate regularly, and this is the time of year they head to the valleys. This is the mating period when the rams will challenge each other by headbutting for dominance, so practice and preparation are helpful. Known for keeping their distance from humans, the mating season is a time when bighorn worry less about humans and predators and more about finding a mate. These animals are very agile and sure-footed. They scamper up and down the mountainside on land that looks impossible to navigate safely. Bighorn sheep are best known for the huge horns which the rams display on their heads. These horns first appear at about 2 months of age and are only 1 to 2 inches in size. As the rams grow older, their horns become status symbols. The bigger the horns, the higher the ram's status in the community. Bighorn sheep have excellent eyesight. They can see very far distances, spotting things up to a mile away, at least during the day. At night, their vision is not quite as good. Hearing is used, but is less relied upon than sight. The sense of smell is more important to bighorns in interpreting the world around them. Bighorn sheep can eat dry, hard, abrasive plants, which most animals would avoid. They're able to do this because they have developed an effective system for obtaining the nutrients they need from these often poor quality plants. Feeling fortunate for the opportunity to witness a part of a day in the life of these majestic animals, we left them to continue on our way to the Emerald Pools.
Watching leaves fall to the ground reminded us that decomposing leaves will soon restock the soil with nutrients and become part of the spongy humus layer of the forest floor that will absorb and hold rainfall. In nature, nothing goes to waste. As we reached the falls, moisture seeped from the sandstone walls streaked with black desert varnish, and water droplets danced off boulders that had fallen from above. Walking underneath the falls was like walking through an amphitheater, with the sounds of water from above intensified. Puddles lined the walkway from excess moisture. When we finally got to the upper reaches of the waterfalls, we were rewarded with the views of lush hanging gardens of ferns and mosses growing from the recesses of rocks, as well as aquatic insects that seemed to sparkle and dance on the water's surface. Watching two leaves floating along the water's surface reflected the sheer simple elegance of nature. From the top of the falls was one of the most amazing views of all. Everything about Zion National Park is vertical. We paused to make a mental memory of this place, where every part of the environment seems to be working in perfect balance. Heading back down the trail, we saw that clouds were bringing another sign of changing seasons, a cool autumn rain. After a brief shower, we were rewarded with an intermittent stream that sculpted its way through the red sandstone formation in the same fashion that water has been sculpting the southwestern canyon lands for millions of years.